Okay, so here's a scenario where the terrorists have just rushed through Hut and Squeaky and taken over the A-bomb site completely. You've been forced to retreat, and you don't want to hang out in this room because they're going to be throwing up grenades and possibly smoke you out, so you've retreated to catwalk. From here, we have a few options. Our first option is to try to smoke through the skylight above Minnie and drop a smoke grenade right in front. Our second option is to try to throw a smoke through the back skylight and drop a smoke in front of Hut. Now in conjunction with this, we're going to flash in. You can flash in one of two places from here, either right here or right here. It's up to you. However, I would advise taking the one right here because you're going to be pushing in from heaven, and once heaven side's flashed, you have a better chance of surviving. So the first smoke we're going to do is for Minnie, and it is probably the most complicated. So first thing you do is tuck yourself in the corner and hop up onto the rail. Aim right about here, a little bit to the right, back up and throw.
Smoke!
The smoke will crash through the skylight and land in front of Minnie. This will provide full coverage for the counter-terrorists coming heaven if the terrorists are in Minnie. Now, if all the terrorists are on site and you have a teammate coming from Minnie, this smoke is also good because it'll provide them coverage when they're trying to retake the site. Now, if you're in a situation where you don't want to smoke off Minnie because you actually think these guys are hanging out in Hut, here's what you can do. Tuck yourself in this corner, step forward slightly, and not the rail window, but the one first to the left, aim at the very top of the roof, then step back and throw.
Laying down smoke.
Your smoke will break through and land right in front of the Hut. From this position, it makes it very difficult for them to see you if you're coming in through heaven. Now, once you've thrown your smoke in, you're going to want to throw some flashbangs in before you try to retake site. Here's a couple ways to do that. Tuck yourself back in this corner and look at these window slats. This window slat that is just above the rail we are not going to deal with. We'll deal with the next one to the left and then the next one after that. This one corresponds to the right side window pane. This one corresponds to the left side window pane. So, from tucked in the corner, center your crosshairs on this window pane and go just below the top of the roof.
Deploying flashbang.
Same with this one, right in the center, just below the top of the roof.
Flashbang.
Now the last one for Minnie, you have to hop up on the rail, go just to the left of this vent, and up to right about here.
Deploying flashbang.
Now notice where these pop. The first two pop right here in the middle, the second one pops right there. Well, if all of this is just a little too much, or you think it might take too much planning or too much time to execute and you haven't practiced enough, I'm going to show you one more simple smoke to smoke off the Hut area and then combine that with two flashes, and this method is probably what I would use most often. So, this smoke, you line up the right side of this blue I-beam with the left side of the door, count in two slats. Right here, we're going to step forward and throw the smoke.
Smoke!
Come back over here, do my first flash.
Throwing flashbang.
Come back over here and do my last flash,
Flashbang.
and then run forward. That flash will go off low so I can actually get onto sight right when it flashes and see where the enemies are. Well, this is your friendly neighborhood Claptrap signing off. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial.